Across the bottom of your screen, the starting lineups brought to you by Hawaiian Tel Federal Credit Union as Joby Ramos gets set to serve it up, and we are underway inside the Stanley. Aloha Friday. And there you go. Aloha Friday starts with a big roof.
Wow, and right away, Joby Ramos's serve puts Irvine in passing trouble. The ball was passed off to about the 3-meter line. And center Frazzoni had to bump it up to the outside.
And another good serve out of the back row. Not a good touch, and there's Taylor Averill. Puts up 2 fingers. He's 2 of 2.
Not a good connection that time between Frazzoni and Jeremy Dano coming out of the back row, hitting that pipe set. Or the back row quick.
Taylor Averill with 2 solo blocks before we even have a chance to completely introduce both starting lineups graphically across your screen. And another roof, and look at that, it's Taylor Averill again with an assist by Brooks Sador. Sunshine shining brightly on a drizzly night in Manoa.
And it's on Tamir Hershko, out of 6'6" freshman out of Israel. He spent 2 years in the military, so he's an old freshman. He got the late starting nod over Zach LaCavera.
Ramos launches this one out, but what a great start for Hawaii, particularly Taylor Averill. As Hawaii jumps out to a 3-0 lead, and into the game comes Garrett Komisarek, the libero, switching out with Kolbe Kanetake. To serve it up, here's Connor Hughes, floats it over. First set, offensively, goes to Siki. Oh, Komisarek gets it up. Unfortunately, they cannot get it over. Again, it's Komisarek, a little bit of an overpass, and putting it down is Scott Kevorkian. And we should put out there that we have a little bit of a unique person on the far corner there at the top of your screen. We can show a little bit later, but the lines judge, and we'll tell you why. Joby Ramos with the set. Averill tries to put it down, covered by Jay Solson. There's Brooks Sador. Nice diving pancake dig, but to no avail by Robert Brinkley. Anyway, the lines judge over there, Chris.
Irene Kobayashi, who is usually, I believe, on the scorer's table side doing work over here. Instead, she's been called out to call lines because I think one of the lines judges is stuck in traffic.
As so many people were. Traffic was just miserable. And there's Jay Solson on another overpass. Again, credit to serving of Hawaii, this time Siki Sarkovic. Everybody who's been in the car in the last couple of days knows you can't go anywhere, and there is Irene. You can't seem to go anywhere without running into traffic. Throw in the rain, throw in the fact that it's Friday. It's just kind of a mess outside. And the good set over the middle that time. It goes to Scott Kevorkian.
Another good pass, another good serve by Siki Sarkovic, but what a pass by Michael Brinkley. He flattened out and popped that one up right on the money.
And Kevorkian hitting .438 on the season, 8th in the country. There's Taylor Averill. I guess Taylor Averill, by default, is pretty much going to be the catalyst early for the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.
You know, he's got a little bit of extra to prove here. You know, he's not to prove, but he is playing against guys that he used to play with, because Irvine is where he first started his college career, and now Nick West is up front. And that's where he first started his college career as well.
In fact, Nick West was roommates, and West trying to put down an overpass. And another block, this time by West and Jay Solson, and that one is off the block and out, point for Irvine. But Nick West was roommates with Colin Merring, number 13, who's a starter. So they're kind of right there, front to front, nose to nose,
eyeball
through the net.
eyeball. Yep, you're right.
A couple of former roommates looking at one another.
Both of them 6'8", 6'9".
So they really are literally eye to eye. And there's Brooks Sador, and another great dig in the back row over there by Michael Brink, who is a first-team All-American, and there's Jay Solson. And it's a block party for Hawaii here in the early goings of this set.
This is a very marginal set by Frazzoni behind him. He helicopter kind of set. I thought it was going to be called a double. Instead, there's 3 Rainbow Warrior blockers up there to get the point anyway.
7-5 start for Hawaii. Sador, reigning MPSF and National Player of the Week, and that ball is out, point Hawaii. I think you and I both said something, there should be an investigation if he was an MPS Player of the Week. He was, and we said that there was probably a good chance, barring somebody else having an amazing weekend, that he should win national honors, and in fact he did. And very deserving for Brooke Sador, what, 24 and 22 kills respectively in the 2 matches against the Bruins, and serves that one out.
These 2 teams fighting for their veritable playoff lives. I think they both know they're going to need about a dozen wins in order to get into the playoffs, the top 8.
Jace Olsen gets the set, and that ball is out. Tried to bite off a little bit too much.
I thought he hit the right shot, though. The ball was tight and inside. Block was well formed. The only shot he had was to wipe it off the outside blocker's hands. He took that shot, but just missed.
7 serving 8. Back to serve it is Jeremy Dano, a first-team MPSF player last year. Another overpass. Not a great effort by Irvine to take advantage of it. And setting it up to the near side, Kane Take tries to keep it alive. Look at the hustle back there by Siki Zarkovic to keep it alive for Hawaii. Another chance, though, and out of the back row. And that proves to be the winner for Irvine.
In transition, a lot of teams like to go to that back row quick, and certainly Irvine did just then. Nick West not fooled. He stays up high, keeps his hands up. Very smart tactic by the coaching staff and or Nick West. Good way to block that back row quick.
And Jeremy Dano with the kill, who averages a little bit more than 3 kills per set. Good serve put up by Siki. They're going to set it to Jace Olsen. Another dig back there by Brinkley. You could see early while he's a first-team All-American. And there's Nick West putting it down against his old teammates.
Connie Hughes doesn't get blocked very often. He goes up, tries to take that sharp angle, and Nick West is right there to thrust it back into the UCI court.
Olsen back to serve for Hawaii. Of course, great night in here last night. It was senior night for the Wahine basketball team. And then tomorrow, senior night for the UH men's basketball team.
And at halftime, the special ceremony, I think, to induct all the new Circle of Honor inductees.
There's Colin Merring, and he serves it out. So Nick West to serve it up for Hawaii with the 1-point advantage, 10-9 Hawaii. A lot of crowds still feeling in. We had some great crowds last Saturday and against UCLA, Friday and Saturday, particularly on the second night. Quickly moved by Joby Ramos. Caught the Anteaters a little bit flat-footed.
I'll tell you, that was not Joby Ramos's best shot of the year. The ball was almost going out. He meant to dump it down. Instead, it was almost a horizontal dump. It was going toward the sideline, and luckily, an Anteater got in the way. You see Coach Niffen, what a career he's had. Been a part of 3 national championships, 2 with John Spratt, and 1 by himself last year.
Only the second coach in the 44 years of NCAA volleyball that won an NCAA championship in his first year as a head coach. Side out to Irvine. They're back within 1. Back to serve it up. Roberto Frazzoni out of Santiago, Chile. And he serves that out.
Frazzoni's been part of the setting sort of by committee this year. Frazzoni's had a chance, and Daniel Stork's had a chance, and Michael Said has had a chance, and now it's Frazzoni's turn.
Setting over the middle and hitting it out is Kevorkian. Point Hawaii. The Rainbow Warriors jump out to their biggest lead here in the first set. They are up at 13-10. And back to serve it again is going to be Joby Ramos. Served that last one, put some good heat on it. He's really developed into a good server.
He really has. Just as soon as you say that, on cue.
But actually, the service errors come with the confidence that allows you to drill it the way he has come to serving it, as you look at David Niffen, as we were talking about in his second season. Looks the door off of the hands of Tamir Hershko out of Israel. Of course, boy, Israel has contributed greatly to University of Hawaii volleyball over the year. Yuval Klatz and Savan Leone, a couple.
Eyal Zamet.
You know, Charlie talked about in the pregame show about he'll go to any corner of the world. It's been a while since they've gone into the kibbutzes of Israel.
Yeah, but he spent a lot of time last year, 2 years ago actually, in recruiting Siki in Serbia.
And there's Siki with a booming serve. Good hustle over there to keep it alive by Frazzoni, and then the ball hit long, so Hawaii gets the point. And the Rainbow Warriors, first to 15, leads us to our first timeout. Rainbow Warriors looking good. All right, back to the Stanley. Chris, taking a look at the keys to the match presented by Kaiser Permanente.
For UC Irvine, they are hungry for wins, hungry for W's. They've got 8 right now. Hawaii's got 9, and they're in a battle for that 8th playoff spot. And for Hawaii, they're going to maintain the mo. That's the momentum from last weekend. 2 tremendous wins against UCLA.
Siki back to serve it up for Hawaii, +4. Taking a little something off of the cable. And a nice cover to keep that one alive. Hawaii with an opportunity. Ramos going to set it up. Sador. And another chance, and this time, Sador hammers it down.
I'll tell you, the difference right now is Hawaii servers are putting Irvine passers in trouble. The Irvine passers are passing the ball off the 3-meter line. They're not able to run the middle attack, especially with a guy like Kevorkian. They just can't get it to him. He's a guy who's hitting .436, number 6 in the country, and they can't get the ball to him.
Another good serve, that one out. There's the pancake dig try by Ramos. But it goes out, and that'll be a point.
A lot of time the ball's a little bit off the net, and they finally got it to him. They forced it to him because it's been a long time since he's seen a set. And you see the pancake dig, but not diggable by the next person.
Unless you had jumped over that railing. You could have done it. Here's Kevorkian with the serve. Quick set over the middle. Taylor Averill, even him. Did you see the face on Taylor? As soon as he hit it, even he kind of, wow.
You know what happened? What's been happening? The Hawaii's had about 5 good passes in a row. Irvine's jumped on every single one of those. This time, they're a little late in jumping. That time, Colin Marion just a little bit late. He's a solid blocker for them. Their best blocker, by the way, over a block per set.
Averill uncorks a good serve, and then a good swing.
Connor Hughes with a perfect pass, and Tamir Hershko that time converts. His dad, Jacob, was the coach of the Israeli junior national team. He's got some heat on that ball. A bunch of coaches tell me this is the most physical team in the league. I can believe it. I watched them in warm-up, and they brought some heavy arms.
Hershko serving. Brooks-Sador swinging, blocked. Kanetake keeps it alive. Look at that full court back set over the shoulder, and then misplay. I think Kobe Kanetake was underneath Joby Ramos, who maybe thought the ball was out or on the line, and ended up not being a pretty moment for Hawaii.
Communication's got to be better. In that particular case, I think Kobe should have called off Joby because the ball was so close. Joby should have just gotten out of the way, let Kobe pass it up, and run a play.
Ball was so high, nearly hit the bottom of the scoreboard. Hung up there forever. Here's Jace Olsen. Ball dug up by Hershko. They're going to set it to the near side, and the missed contact there. And Dano, the bad connection, hits it long, and Hawaii back up by 4, 18-14. Sador back again to serve.
Jeremy Dano not getting untracked. He had 1 kill, 2 errors, hitting -250. He's their number 2 go-to guy. First team All-MPSF last year, in 2012 actually.
Another good serve and a good up by Brinkley. big swing that time by Dano.
Dano's got major hops. He really gets up. He can hit sharp angles anytime he wants. Watch how high he gets up. He's only got one blocker. He just skies. Not fair, that matchup, but Dano against Ramos. All due respect to the Roosevelt graduate.
Here's Jay Solson. And Olsen gets the point for Hawaii. And Hawaii 1 point away from that 20-point threshold. They lead at 19-15.
So far through the first 34 points of this particular set, I'm impressed that Hawaii has maintained some pretty good intensity from last week. The natural tendency for change is that after they have two big wins like they had against UCLA is to have a letdown. I see no signs of letdown with this team. I think they know and respect how good this Irvine team is.
There's Connor Hughes putting it through the block of Joby Ramos. The Anteaters pull within 3. So Kyle Russell inserted into the lineup. He was a National Player of the Week last year. During one of his matches, serves that one out. Now Hawaii reaches that 20-point threshold. And they lead it by 4. So Hawaii in good position to take this first set. But still a lot of volleyball to be played against a team that, as you said,
yeah, the hardest points to get are the last 5 points in the set. We'll see how Hawaii plays. They got their super server in now.
Johan Timmer. Good serve, not his best certainly. And so he will come out. Nick West will go back in along with Kobe Kanetake.
It's all about the toss. I don't think he gave himself a great toss that time.
Got to be one of the hardest things in sports to come in. It's expected that you just throw a perfect one down, and then Joby Ramos for the second time trying that dump shot. That time pushed it right into the net. And UCI is within 2 points. Hawaii had him at 20-16. Big point here. Siki, and that ball is in. Hammers it down the line, and Hawaii extends its lead back up to 3.
Nice pass by Kanetake. He puts up a perfect pass right there. Nice bending at the knees, right to Joby. Joby didn't even have to move. And he gave a perfect set to Siki, who drilled it down the line.
And Ramos with the serve to feed the middle. And the payoff by Scott Kevorkian. Kevorkian with 5 kills there in the first set.
Last year he was #1 in kill percentage in the MPSF. He had 524 in league play last year. That's a huge number.
And that ball is floated over and it goes long.
Love the communication by Jay Solson just then. He screamed at Siki to not take that ball. That's as good as getting a big kill, having a big yell for a point.
Well, Siki back to serve. Hawaii 3 points away. Delivers another booming serve. Good pass by Brinkley. And then the kill put down by Jeremy Dano to keep it a 2-point set.
Dano, a Fab 50 player coming out of high school of New Berlin, Wisconsin.
Siki with a perfect pass to Ramos. Nobody there. That was miscommunicated. An advantage Irvine. Not a good pass on their side, however. So both teams kind of failing in their first chance. Sador blocked, recovers. Here's Olsen from his heels. Didn't get a great swing on it. And now Hawaii with advantage. There's the set to Sador. Nearly an overpass goes into the net. And Hawaii gets the point. 23-20. Doesn't matter how you get it. In the end, Hawaii got it.
Boy, they got lucky there. Irvine had a couple swings for the point. Hawaii had a couple, and setting by Ramos drifting off the net for Sador. He needs it a little bit closer.
Loosen up, your guy.
Averill now at 23-20. Overpass. Nick West puts it down off of the head, I believe. of Frazzoni. It hits the ground, and Hawaii gets the point.
Yeah, the ball was going over. Frazzoni could not go up and attack that ball. He would have been called to be a back row attacker, so he pulls his hands down.
And it did go off of his head, and now it's set point for Hawaii. Averill.
Not a bad idea if he'd hit it just a little harder, because the Irvine passing pattern was fairly deep.
Hawaii still with a couple of set points to work with here. Tamir Hershko to serve it. Off the cable, Siki puts it right on the money to Ramos, then flying out of the back row. And I think he stepped inside the 3-meter line on the attack. And Charlie Wade going to call a timeout.
Good timeout.
24-22 Hawaii. Taking a look at the series record all time presented by Aston Hotels and Resorts. You can see Hawaii leads decisively, 29-17. However, Irvine has won the last 7 matches between these two teams when we saw the last meeting. So Hawaii certainly like to try to even score in the more recent past. So again, on the 3rd set point, Jace Olsen dug up again by Brinkley. Kanetake keeps it alive. Hawaii just gonna have to get it back over the net. Gonna set it up out of the back row, and the first set ends how the first set started with the Rainbow Warrior roof.
The 6th block of the set. The front line is doing it all.
It's a block party. Well, you know what? When it rains outdoors, just bring the block party indoors. That's what we're doing here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Hawaii.
OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Warner Cable, is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii, Kaiser Permanente, and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Well, Chris, as we said, the block of the University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, formidable here in the first set.
How about the way the match started with Taylor Averill being on the first 2. Gets another one there. He had 2 block assists and 1 block solo. What a start. There he goes again, penetrating over the net, hustling to get to the outside and close the block. There you see the 3-man block. Jace Olsen in on that one. Nick West getting in on the party, as you say. Jace Olsen getting another one with West.
So good stuff for Hawaii as they take a 1-0 lead. No Hawaii players on the roster, but a familiar face, a former University of Hawaii player, Mark Presho, now in his 11th season as assistant coach.
He's the only guy who's been on all 4 of Irvine's national championships where he's been an assistant. He played for UH from 90 to 93. He's still on the top 10 all-time records for Hawaii for kills per set, attempts, aces, and assists, and aces per set. Alan Rosehill, there's his coach at the time, so a homecoming of sorts for both guys to get together. Lyman LaCroix, his setter, also in the house tonight.
Presho, a 1993 graduate here in Manoa, who earned All-American honors as a junior and senior, and still remains 2nd all-time in kills behind Kostas Theoharides, who, of course, was part of that national championship team that was then the championship vacated.
Yes.
But his statistics stand as the all-time kill leader. So set number 2, Hawaii gets the first point, Hawaii gets the second point. So the second set starts the way the first set did.
And the whole play started with the ball being passed off the net. So the ball's having to be set from like the 20-foot line, so it's obvious where the set's going to go. So Hawaii gets the 3rd extra blocker out there.
Ramos again with a good serve. They're going to set it up. Ramos keeps it alive. Here comes Brooks Sador off the high hands. Saved over there by Brinkley, who's already done a lot of good things tonight. Taylor Averill again, and then Averill tries to put it down. Probably wishes he would have swung a little harder there. Kanetake dig. What a great dig. Ramos chases it down, and Olsen out of the back row. Pressure dug up by Kanedake. Sador keeps it alive, and then after all that, Hawaii surrenders the point.
Just one quick correction there, Coach. It wasn't Presho, it was Hershko. I mean, we were talking about Presho. They do sort of sound the same.
Preshko.
That's all right.
Thank you. It rolled off so naturally, you never thought about it. Brooks the door. And that's going to set it up. Tough little angle there. That time, Hershko didn't have a lot of room to work with. Another good dig, this time by Komsarek. And then Siki, just a little push, just kind of jammed it through the hands of the defenders, and Hawaii gets the point. A couple interesting rallies here in the early goings of set 2.
Komsarek and Kanataki doing more than their job of digging in the back row, popping up all sorts of second opportunities for Hawaii's hitters.
Another good serve, but another great up by Brinkley. Ramos, and then chased down by Sador. Here's Siki out of the back row. Another chance for Hawaii. The overpass not hit hard. Back the other way. Dano can't put it down, and there's Jay Solson. Boy, we've seen some great rallies here, and Hawaii gets another point.
And even with Taylor Averill getting 2 blockers up on him, he finds a way to get the ball to the floor. Averill now with his 3rd kill.
And Hawaii leads it 4-1.
Look at those numbers from last Saturday against UCLA. 10 kills, hit 615. By the way, 400 is a good night for a middle blocker.
That one's off the antenna. That's a point for Hawaii, it is. And Hawaii jumps out to a 5-1 advantage.
Hershko, a last-minute starter for the normal starter, Zach LaCavera.
Siki takes a little something off and then forces a little bit of a change in the pattern of Irvine. Great save to keep it alive. Another block by Averill. Hawaii now with the advantage. Ramos, back set. Sador off the hands of Hershko, and that's a point for Hawaii. The Warriors lead it 6-1.
Here comes the original starter, Zach LaCavera, in for Hershko. We'll see if he makes a difference.
LaCavera was initially penciled in to start. He did not.
The MPSF Player of the Week back in February 17th. Number 18 in the United States in aces, number 16 in kills in the country. Fab 50, he's got all sorts of, every player you look down the Irvine roster, they got some sort of awards going on, don't they? It's a deep team, it's a strong team. It's got, as everybody says, they got a lot of live arms.
Boy, all over the court has been Brinkley. Hawaii saving that one after it ricochets off the cable. Jace Olsen puts some heat on it. Goes cross court for the kill. And Olsen with 3 kills. Hawaii on a big run. 5 straight points. They lead at 7-1. Timeout Andrews. Quickly want to bring you up to date with some scores from the mainland and look at a couple of upsets. Long Beach State, even though 2 and 3, the bigger upset is Stanford. And then USC winning and UCSB winning, both in straight sets, and that takes us to the standings. And as we look at a couple more quick scores, the American Savings Bank standings, there's where things stand right now. And of course, we'll continue to update that after this match is completed. Back to live action here as we get back here at the Stanley. Good hustle plays by Hawaii. Jay Solson just kind of missed that one. And they're saying it was off the touch. That's a point for Hawaii. Nipping up off the bench. As soon as Jay Solson hit that, he said, hey, he touched it. He touched it. And
you never know. He may have talked the linesperson into it. Oh, no, it wasn't even close. Every once in a while, you get lucky.
Coach Niffen over there,
and he's checking with Cabrera to say, hey, Zach, did you touch it? He turns around and says, Coach, no way. And Zach is telling the truth. You never want, those touch calls are going to go, sometimes go your way and sometimes they aren't. Another past the 10-foot line. That's what's been Irvine's problem so far.
Averill, maybe it's athletic justice, hits it way out. Sometimes those conversations, you ask your player, hey, did you touch it? He says, no. That's for the benefit of the officials to hear that, right? You're doing it in a way. It's like a baseball manager asking his catcher, hey, was that a strike? Yeah, it looked good to me. But you don't turn around and look at the umpire when you do it, right? That's the key. Siki with a good hammer. Chased down over there nicely by La Cavera. And then they get the point. Good hustle play by the Anteaters. They still trail by 5. 8-3 Hawaii. Back to serve it up is going to be number 11, Kevorkian, 6'9" senior. Westlake Village. And that ball is served long.
I like that serve, though. He's got that hybrid serve. It looks like a jump float, and all of a sudden turns into a spinning jumper, much like Nick West's serve.
Here's Taylor Averill, who started his collegiate career at UC Irvine along with Nick West. And that ball was put down by Cullen Meering. Now, I've never been on the Irvine campus. I know it's gorgeous. I've seen photos. I hear the housing, the student housing is as good as any housing in the country.
It's a beautiful place. Started out in 1964 with, or 65 with, like 1,600 students. They've now got 28,000.
Jace Olson with the hammer. They got a brand new medical center, the UC Irvine Medical Facility, similar to what UCLA has. A great place to get a medical degree. It's a really pretty place, about, maybe an hour, 15 minutes or so south of LAX.
And about 10 minutes from the beach, the Pacific Ocean.
There's Brooks Adora. Back to serve at Hawaii with a commanding 10-4 advantage here in the second set. Another block by Hawaii. Now is Nick West. They go back to the far side. Brooks Adora keeps it alive. Here's Jace Olson.
Jace Olson has got it going on now. He's got his 5th kill there. Only 1 error. Nice diving save by Sidori. One of his goals is to dig more balls in that back right position, and he's doing just that.
And we've seen Brooks Adora come alive of late. The Hawaii middles have been spectacular. The serve has been better than it has been all season. And then if you throw Jace Olson into the mix, obviously not all those positions are going to be five.
Find the perfect gift for every occasion at Big Island Candies. Visit them in Hilo at Ala Moana Center or click on BigIslandCandies.com to view their entire collection and place your order today.
Back here at the Stanley, Hawaii looking good, but the Anteaters made up a bit of a deficit. They trailed by as many as 7, back within 3. And Hawaii up 1-0. Ramos going to set it up. Jace Olson unloads, and that ball is just in. And Coach Griffith saying, that was out. Now again, we have in street clothes over there is Irene Kobayashi, because the line judge was stuck in traffic. They're trying to get an overrule now from the up official. I don't know what that traffic was all about, but
I think the up official actually calls this. I'm not sure that she relied on her lines person that time. Hard to tell. We got blocked there.
Well, meanwhile, the crowd doesn't like the fact that they're stalling. They're he's like, sorry, just want to really see if we got the point or not.
Niff is such a good guy.
Well, let's see if we can see it from
follow
here.
The ball up there. Well, it's pretty good. It could have been line.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been line.
I would say it's not conclusive evidence to go with the linesman and or the head official. I think the head official actually saw it.
Yeah, it's not going to be overruled. So it remains 19-15. And Brooks Adora is back to serve it up here for the Rainbow Warriors. Another good serve and another good up by Brinkley. There's a reason he's an All-American. Kobe Kanitake flies in. Siki, and he is blocked. Good block at the net by Jeremy Dana.
Well, Hawaii should be converting on that kind of free ball like 9 times out of 10 at least. Charlie Wade's got to be frustrated that Hawaii doesn't score here because with the middle blocker going up, we had Siki come out of the back. It's a pretty good swing at it. Not sure it's where he wanted that ball though.
Dana with a good serve. Here's Jace Olsen, little roll shot. Advantage Anteaters. Hughes tries to put it over. Ramos going to set it up, set to Nick West. Dug up. There's Hughes again, off the block. And then the back set to Nick West, and he is blocked by Colin Nearing. And that's roommate against roommate right there. Remember, those two guys were roommates back at UC Irvine 3 years ago.
And boy, they sure had that figured out. They were out there waiting for Nick West. Joby Ramos has got to pick up on that with a little peripheral vision and see the two blockers are going with West and set the ball to the outside to a lonesome Jace Olsen.
Big side out for Hawaii. They want to get back up by 3. Olsen winds up.
Especially because Olsen's the hot guy right now. He's got 8 kills. He's hitting like .390. Just keep feeding him till he goes quiet. He's getting good height, good swing, just inside the antenna.
And Scott Hartley into the front row rotation in replace of Joby Ramos. Charlie Wade trying to get a little bit of height in there.
Jace Olsen jump floats and still gets a bad pass.
And the block put down, but just out. Oh, Siki was all over the swing, but just couldn't quite turn it in. It's 2018.
Interesting, Jace Olsen went to a little jump float that time, got conservative, went away from his jump serve, and still forced Irvine into a 12-foot line pass where they could not set their middles, who are arguably among the best middles in the conference.
So the 6'9" sophomore, Kyle Russell, to unload on the serve. Overpass, and so a free ball here for the Anteaters. And putting it down for the kill is Scott Kevorkian. And UCI is within 1. It'll be 19 serving 20. Remember, Hawaii led by as many as 7 here in set number 2. Oh, what a difference to go into the intermission up 2-0 versus even at 1-all. And one of the girls with the towels was ready to go out and wipe, but just as the player was getting ready to serve.
Kevorkian's gotten, looks like he's gotten about 10 swings, 11 swings. Colin Merring, though, has only got like 2 swings, so they just start using their middles as much as they would like to be doing it.
9-3 run by UC Irvine. Another great serve, chasing it back in the corner of Sador. Advantage Anteaters. They have a chance to tie it up right here at 20. And a good job by Hawaii to keep it alive. Here's Siki. That block is out, and Hawaii ends the run. They get a big side out and lead it by 2.
Amazing they got that point after that first pass that was back in the band almost. They found some way to scramble and get that point. Big difference between 21-19 and 20-all.
And now here's the serving specialist, Johan Timmer. He's got his game face on. When they brought him in the first set, he served it into the net. So you know he's focused right now. He's looking to deliver a laser.
Irvine gets a good pass. Watch for him to go to Kevorkian. He's their highest percentage hitter right now.
Timmer, good overspin on that one. Out of the back row. Oh, what a beautiful little, just a touch by Kevorkian. Just kind of laid it at, was it not Kevorkian? It was, yeah, number 14.
Jeremy Dano. Dano comes out of the back row and just tips it, and Johan Timmer just could not get. Most of those back row quick guys, they're swinging all the time. It's rare that they do those tip shots, but Dano's pretty good at it. He's a senior. He's been around a long time. He knows the court. He's been through a couple of Final Fours. First team All-MPSF in 2012.
Stork floats it over. Back set it to Sador. Dug up again by Brinkley. And then Connor Hughes puts it down, and we're tied up at 21-all. So they have closed that gap, and it's tied for the first time. Hawaii has led this set from start to finish.
Boy, led by as much as 7. In case you just joined us, they led by as much as 7 in this set.
Overpass and dumping it down is Kevorkian, and for the first time in the second set, Hawaii trails. And as you see, Charlie Wade says, give me a timeout. We'll take one too from the stand with Hawaii now trailing by 1. Pacific Petroleum leaderboard coming into today, looking at MPSF team hitting. There you see Irvine at number 4, Hawaii at number 6. Hawaii needs a side out.
Notice the team that's at the top, BYU, isn't even on there.
Advantage Anteaters. They feed the middle, and Kevorkian, you mentioned he's coming alive. He now has 9 kills and a 4-point run for Irvine to take a 2-point advantage. Now it's Hawaii. It is in a bit of a jam. Siki off the high hands, and again advantage UC Irvine. The lefty winds up, unable to put it down as Lacavera. They go back to him, and he's blocked. And that ball's going to land on the Hawaii side of the net. Ramos sets it up. Averill didn't have a good opportunity to swing at it. And here's Connor Hughes. He puts it down, and now it's set point for the Anteaters on a 5-0 run.
They have just come alive. Hawaii was up 20-16, but at that point I told you the last 5 points in the set are the toughest ones to get. And certainly Irvine has shown that to be true.
Sador floats off the top of the cable. And that's it. Irvine rallies back to take the final 6 points, and in doing so, they even up this match at 1 set apiece. Now, it would have been nice to go into the locker room up 2-0, but instead, we're going to come back. We got a dogfight on our hands on this Aloha Friday night. Stick around, everybody. We'll take a break from the action, but we'll join Scott Rouse, Ryan Kalei-Suchi. Much more to come. Okay, players back out there on the surface. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match stats.
What jumps out to me is the 13 errors by Irvine. 10 of those errors came in the first set. That's largely why they lost the first set. And the blocks is the other thing that jumps out to me. Hawaii with 8 blocks, Irvine with 2. They only got 2 in the very last of the second set. So Hawaii's been dominating at the net. If they can continue to do that, they got a chance.
That second set ended on a 9-1 UC Irvine run. Associate head coach Jeff Hall walked over, looked at me, and said, that won't happen again.
Yeah, you don't see 9-1 runs happen very often, especially in rally scoring, because when you side out, most teams side out at about a 70% clip, which means 7 out of 10 times they're going to be getting a point, getting the side out. So to go 9 out of 10 and not get a point, their second point, very unusual.
Yeah, up 20-16, that was certainly the set that got away. So it is time to rebound now for the Rainbow Warriors. They have started quickly and strong in each of the first 2 sets. So we'll see how they get out as you look at Jeff Hall.
Hot hitters right now, Jace Olson, 8 kills, only 1 error, hitting .368. Brooks Sador, 7 kills, hitting .316. And for Irvine, Scott Kevorkian, 10 kills, hitting .533. No surprise there. He's among the best in the country in kill percentage. Connor Hughes with 7 kills, hitting .250.
We are underway. Hawaii has jumped out to 3-0 and 2-0 leads in the first 2 sets, but Irvine gets the first point of set 3 as Lacavera puts it through the block.
Interesting that Irvine's gone through lineup shifts. They've got the new guy, Zach Lacavera. He's back in the lineup, and they got Stork back in the lineup. Daniel Stork setting. So it's interesting how Irvine continues to have revolving doors at certain positions. It's been that way seemingly all year long. They've won 5 of their last 7, though, so they're playing better toward the end of the season.
Yeah, it's been a Jekyll and Hyde season. They lost 4 of their first 7, and now they've won 5 of their last 7, including, as you said, last couple in a row. This is this trip to Honolulu, the first of 4 matches on the road for UC And of course, they play Hawaii again on Sunday afternoon right here in the Stan Sheriff Center. And he serves it into minutes. Something kind of interesting, ran into Charlie Wade last night when we were here for the Wahine basketball. He said that the athletics director from Irvine had called, said, would you guys consider moving the start time up on Sunday? I'll continue why in a moment. Taylor Averill hits it into the net, stays on the Hawaii side. Point Irvine. They wanted to try to catch a quicker flight out of here, get home early, because apparently they were extended an invitation by the White House to go and be honored for being a national championship team last year. Kind of a terrible time, though, to be honored in the middle of a tough conference schedule. And as Charlie was saying, wouldn't it make more sense to let them go after BYU when they're at least 3 time zones closer? They're going to be at BYU next. Kind of crazy.
And it seems like it's a little bit of short notice, too.
Very
changing flights and everything, changing match time.
When the White House calls, though, I don't know how much they plan their schedule in advance for things such as this. Obviously, there are probably a little bit more important issues around the globe than recognizing teams, but in the tradition of doing so.
Is the time the same for Sunday, though?
As
far as you know?
So I asked Charlie before the match. He says, I don't know where it stands. He said their coach, Coach Niffen, he didn't want to do it. Apparently more it was the athletics director who thought this is a great opportunity for the program for the kids. Coach is like, hey, we're in the middle of a conference battle here. We don't need to be flying to D.C.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a little stoppage of play here. Reminder, you can make a difference for UH athletes. Donate to Ahahui Ko'anuinui, a.k.a. by visiting HawaiiAthletics.com, clicking on that Donate Now button.
They're also, by the way, Irvine is actually on this is the first of a 4-match road trip. After this, they go to Cal Baptist and then BYU, as you said. So it's a long haul. So to add a trip into Washington, D.C. in the middle of all that, I don't know.
And as you said, they're kind of like Hawaii, battling to make sure they're in that top 8 and get into the postseason tournament.
After the BYU match, they have 12 days off.
Yeah.
But they can't tell the White House, oh, by the way, we can't go on Tuesday, but we can go 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, this is what it works into our schedule. Meanwhile, I think there's a question about maybe the rotation of, I'm not even sure which team, probably Irvine, but whatever it was, no harm, no foul, and that ball off the block and out of Chris's monitor. And again, point Hawaii.
Watch for Brooks Sador to get more sets. I think he hasn't gotten that many sets so far. He's got 19, but it's not that many for him.
So Brooks Sador serving here. First set in which Hawaii has not jumped out to an early advantage, and the service error puts Hawaii down. Hawaii, we've been talking about their serving, and Hawaii, 10 service errors, not a single ace tonight. Service errors, 1 ace for UC Irvine. And Dano returns the favor. Now, certainly, the Rainbow Warriors know they let one slip away. And that second set, that ball is off the scoreboard. If it comes down on the same side, it's a live ball, so they play it out. There's Sador off the high hands, going way up to keep that ball alive. There's Luckvera. Kanetake with a good dig, but over the net. Opportunity out of the back row, flying in, and a nice soft touch by Dano. And like you said, when they come flying in out of the back row, they're usually looking to hit it hard, but he saw that open space.
Yeah, and this is a great effort by Irvine. Look at that pop-up in the back. That was La Cavera that got a hand on it. And watch and then at the end of the play, again, Jeremy Dano's really good at that little tip shot. Instead of hammering away in the bick, he throws up that tip.
Second time he's done that tonight. Siki blocked. They're going to go right back to him. No, Nick West on the quick set. He puts it down. Didn't hit it hard.
Nick West has only gotten 5 sets all night long. Averill's only gotten 8 sets. So, and the reason they haven't got that many sets really is not because Hawaii's been passing that poorly. It's that Irvine's middle blockers are committing on them every time. So why set them if they've already got a blocker committed to them?
And the serve is a little bit long. Service error number 12.
But again, those two guys, Averill and West, they hit for such a high percentage. You almost want to go, okay, well, we'll take our chances with them since they both hit over 400 all the time.
Tight pass right on the net. Sador takes off a little bit of angle, didn't have a shot, just had to push it over. And then Kamitaki, or rather that's Komisarik's dig, goes over the Hawaii bench and out. That's another point for UCI. Good swing that time by Averill. So there you go.
He had a guy committed on him, and yet he'll still find a way to get around him. Averill's so versatile, so agile. He sees the block there, so he just turns and he does what's called a risk away shot and avoids that block.
Ramos serves, and that is it, and that is the first ace of the night for Hawaii.
Joby's become pretty versatile. He got the little roll shot right here, just takes a little change up, takes a little bit off of it. And then he's also got that heater, which he may bring right now.
Hawaii back within one, 7 serving 8. Up to that same spot. The block is up there on Lacavera. 6 hands across. Back on the other side. Another little tiny roll shot. The soft ones are the ones that are proving so painful.
They really are. Hawaii's stuck back in that deep defense, a wide defense, and Kobe kind of talking to late getting there.
Here's Hughes, and Connor Hughes hits the bottom of the net. Point Hawaii. Siki back for the Rainbow Warriors. Oh, there's a boomer serve, but another great dig. Olsen trying the roll shot, doesn't go. Lacavera, and that ball is wide. Point Hawaii.
That was a well-played point by Hawaii defensively. Kind of talking lined right up on Lacavera and got that dig. And then in transition, Hawaii very effective in setting up a block that did not go chasing that attack at all.
Siki with another great serve. Forces the upper pass. Advantage Hawaii. Taylor Averill evens the score at 9-all. And credit the serving of Siki.
I think Joby Ramos has been given instructions to go to the middles when he gets a chance, even though Irvine is committing a blocker on him. Go ahead and go to him because Averill will hit 400 night in and night out.
Siki again goes right at Connor Hughes with another great serve. And then the swing put down by Dano. And it's tied up again at 10-all.
Pretty good serving run by Siki that time. He had a lot of heat, a lot of movement on the ball.
And Kevorkian, good serve of his own. Olsen reaches back. That's a tough set when you got to kind of reach back behind your head, but still put some heat on it.
It was very, very tough. It was not a good pass. Almost had to bump set the ball up there. Luckily, he had the right spin on it. You see Ali Longo, victorious today in the sand volleyball opener for Hawaii.
Of course, Ali Longo, the other half of the Olsen-Longo couple. Both came over to Hawaii from Penn State University.
A bit of a split block here, and Lacavera takes advantage of the late closing Nick West.
And here he is now on the serve. Boy, he's uncorked some boomers. Look at that pass right on the net. That's a point for Hawaii. They're going to call a double hit. Chase Olsen, Nick West, both immediately questioning the call. And Chase may or may not agree.
The ball comes right back down on West, right there, and then he pops up again. That's 2 hits. Good call.
Ramos chases it down. Sador. And it's off the touch. Point for Hawaii. And we're tied up again at 12. Fifth time we've been tied up here in this set.
Good high swing by Sador. Irvine knew the ball was being bumped to that area, so they had two blockers waiting for him.
Sador, another great serve. And the block goes out. Got to credit UC Irvine. They put up some great passes on some booming serves tonight.
Yeah, they have. Remember, this is a seasoned team. They got 4 seniors who've played in the national championship. A couple of them have played in a couple of national championship finals.
And here's Dana with the serve. Going to set it up for Sador. There's Brinkley. And again, La Cavera, the lefty. It's going to be a net violation against Hawaii. Point UC Irvine. Anteaters finished that second set, a 9-1 run after Hawaii led it 20-16. It was certainly one that got away from Hawaii. They don't want to let them get any more separation here in this third set. Ramos with the bump set to Olsen. Olsen is blocked. Point Anteaters, and they lead it 15-12. That takes us to a timeout. Back in the Stanley, we go inside the numbers, presented by Burger King. 427, you mentioned it earlier, Chris. Brooks Sador's kill percentage in the 2 wins over UCLA last weekend, when he had 24 and 22 kills respectively.
Those are monster numbers for an opposite attacker, especially an opposite attacker who's not particularly large. He's 6'4", 6'5". Good leaping skills, though, and a great arm.
So Hawaii down by 3 here in set number 3. Another good serve right to Ramos. Good set, Olsen. Look at that set, goes cross court. Hawaii covers it. And here's Sador, and that ball is going to be hit long. Point Irvine, and it's 16-12, a 4-0 run. And Hawaii trying to stop the bleeding here. Something they had a difficult time doing at the end of that second set. Dano on the serve, put up by Siki. They're going to set it to Sador. That one off the net. And La Cavera, that's off the touch.
Irvine's got their offense going, especially their transition offense from defense to offense. See who La Cavera touches here. Maybe Nick West right there in the middle.
Maybe with the fingernail of his middle finger, if so. 17-12. And there's Nick West, put right back at him. They go back up to West, covered over there by Brinkley. And then La Cavera with the left hand puts it down. And that's a 6-0 run, and it's an 18-12 score. And a timeout called by Charlie Wade. And we'll take a break as well. Well, they're dancing in the aisles here at the Stan Sheriff Center. They got to start showing some moves on the Terraflex. Hawaii's given up 6 straight points. It was tied at 12. Now it's 18-12. The Anteaters kind of doing here in set 3 what they did in set 2. There's Olsen, blocked. Kanetake sets up Brooks Sador. That is out. And it's a 7-0 run. Now into the match for Hawaii is going to be Jennings Franciscovich will come in. And he will take over the setting position here and just see if they can get a little something going. Dano, a nice little run here serving. And the set goes to Jay Solson, and he snaps the run. And Hawaii will serve it at 13-9.
It was a long dry spell for Hawaii. And the guy who's been hottest tonight, Chase Olsen, finally stopped the bleeding.
Nice dig by Kanetake. Sador, oh boy, what a great job of kind of turning that in. He saw the double block, and at the last minute, he went cross court.
That block, the block takes line because Brooke has been known to hit a little line. So they're taking the line away, and he just cut it back, saying, okay, you take that away from me, watch me do this. Pretty good shot.
Tough angle, but he nailed it. 14 serving 19. Here's Olsen. Little roll serve. Out of the back row, flying in there is Dano. And Dano now has 8 kills.
After a lot of tip shots, all of a sudden he unloads with the heavy artillery right there. That was a great shot. We saw that Jennings, Francisco, almost got the block on that, but not quite.
Kyle Russell in to serve, and he delivers the ace. I was about to say, when you're coming in as a server at 6'9", look for some heat, because he could put some angle on it, and boy, did he. And another timeout, the second and last of the set, called by Charlie White. Hawaii trailing 21-14 here in set number 3. Well, things are going pretty darn well for Hawaii through the first set, and even through a good chunk of set number 2 when Hawaii led it 20-16, but then Irvine finished on a 9-1 run. And they have really kind of turned around their game, Chris, and it's somewhat what you expected them to do as a defending national champ returning 4 seniors.
Yeah, they weren't going to play poorly all night long, and they desperately need wins, as we said earlier in the keys to the game. That they're battling for that 8th and final spot, and they may move up more in the coming weeks, but right now they know that they're mired in that 8th spot.
Both teams came in ranked number 8, tied in the coaches poll. There's Olsen, that's a winner. These two teams with very similar records. UC Irvine 11-8 overall, 8-7 in conference. Hawaii 11-6, 9-5.
Chase Olsen getting hit one out of the back right spot. He rarely does that. Usually he'll hit the back row quick, but he won't hit out of the right. That's reserved for Brooks Sador, but for some reason, Chase Olsen was playing on the right there, and he got a D-ball and loved it. Kill number 11 to lead all Warriors for Chase Olsen. And he's hitting 346.
And you saw Johan Timmer, Hawaii looking to go on a little bit of a run of its own, and this is the guy that you want serving if you're trying to make up some ground. Johan, there it is. Great serve, leads to an overpass, leads to the kill by Jennings Franciscovich. And a timeout now is called by Dave Niffen. We'll take a timeout too from the Stanley. Hawaii within 5. Now back as you look at the head coach and his second season. Anteaters have been ranked number 1 at some point during the last 7 seasons. Of course, last year they started and ended the season ranked number 1. They started ranked number 1 again this season.
And fell quickly after they, I think, lost 4 of their first 7.
Timmer. Oh, so close. Cut it a little bit too much, and that ball is out. So point Irvine. It's 22-16. Back to serve it up for the Anteaters will be Daniel Stork. Stork came in the second set, took over the setting position. Sador, that ball blocked out. That's a point for Hawaii.
Sador starting to get warmed up now. 11 kills.
Now serving is Franciskovic. Quick set over the middle. And a good swing that time by Scott Kevorkian. And Kevorkian now with 11 kills to match Sador and Olsen.
He's so tough to stop. 6'9" senior out of Westlake High School.
Olsen out of the back row, unable to put it down. And just a little touch by Hughes. And Hawaii unable to make the play off the antenna. And it's set point at 24-17.
Once again, that tip shot coming out of the back row has befuddled Hawaii's defensive players. They just can't seem to get set and go for that ball.
Connor Hughes gets it over on the serve. There's Siki. That ball ricochets up over the Irvine bench into the second row, point Hawaii. Hawaii obviously with no room for error. Set point number 2 for the Anteaters. And there's the error. So the service error, the 14th of the match so far for Hawaii, ends the third set. So now it's do or die time for Hawaii as we switch sides and prepare for set number 4. Right, back at the stands, Sheriff Center. Want to check in with our Ryan Kalei-Suji, who's made his way up in the stands and has found a couple of former UH1 volleyball stars. Ryan?
That's right, Dash. Some familiar faces to Rainbow Wahine volleyball fans. In the stands tonight, we have Ali Longo and Emily Hartong. We're going to start off talking with Emily Hartong, a little bit of an accessory here. Talk to us about what happened here.
Small labral tear. I just had surgery Wednesday, so I'll be out for several months just recovering.
And when did you exactly get this injury?
Towards the end of season. Yeah.
Talk to us a little about your future plans for volleyball.
Well, I'll graduate here, go home, rehab and recover, and hopefully go and play overseas.
Well, best of luck to you. We want to talk with Ali Longo here. She just came off the beach. Talk to us about Sam Volleyball on the debut today.
It was awesome today. We had a lot of fans there. We ended up winning all 3 of our matches and as a team, and so that was awesome. We beat the defending national champs, so it was a big day.
And so fans out there, you guys are actually going to be back out tomorrow as well. Give us a little bit more information about that.
We're going to be out tomorrow all day, tournament style. We start at 9. I'm sure we'll go through about 3:30 or 4.
All right, well, Ali Longo, Emily Hartong, thanks for taking time to talk to us. Back to you guys.
All righty, Ryan, thank you very much. Sitting right there in front of the Kanetake family.
Of course, those matches will be at Queens Beach tomorrow in case anybody wants to go. It should be good, assuming it doesn't rain.
Yeah, but they play in the rain, don't they? Unless it's really dumping buckets, they're going to play.
And I'll tell you, the ball gets very heavy. It's a leather ball that gets heavy.
Sand gets all over you. I would suggest, however, if you're thinking about going down there, either take the bus or throw a bike in the back of your car, park a mile or 2 away, and then ride your bike. Parking is going to be a bear. There's a parade going on. There's a sprint race going on. So parking is going to be at an extreme premium as Hawaii gets the first point of set number 4.
And congratulations to Scott Wong and Danny Alvarez, who've worked so hard, in the off season to make this sand volleyball happen, and they've got to be feeling good tonight.
Connor Hughes rolls it over. Hawaii with an opportunity, and what was that? The horn went off.
It's not a good sign. That means that Hawaii might have had the wrong server go back. Is a possibility, or Irvine had the wrong server go back. We'll see. I thought Ramos was the last server, but would have been a violation on Hawaii.
Well, Ramos served, got the first point, and then served again. So I'm not sure what Hawaii could have done wrong. Well, we got Ryan Kalei over there listening to everything, and maybe he'll be able to sort it out for us.
I think Hawaii put the wrong server back there first, and that's what the violation is.
Okay.
Jace Olsen might be asking something like, well, the official could have corrected us when we were in our lineup, but it's not up to the official to make sure that's right. It's up to the players to make sure they're in the proper rotation.
So the scoreboard reads 1-1, and it'll be Connor Hughes serving for UC Irvine. Apparently, Hawaii was one rotation forward. There's Sador. He bangs it off the hands of the defender. That's a point for Hawaii. And it's 2-1. Taylor Averill, the former UCI player. He uncorks a good serve. Good pass right on the net and blocked. Jace Olsen.
Just out of bounds, though.
Yep.
Once again, Kevorkian is just so effective at the net. He goes up while he knows the ball is going to him, so they get two blockers. Olsen got up on him late. West was committing on him. Still couldn't stop him.
And there's the ace serve now by Kevorkian.
That's that little hybrid serve. It's very much like Nick West's serve. It looks like a jump float, but then the last second he just rips it, puts a little spin on it, so it becomes like a jump serve.
Now he floats it over, ever so gingerly. Sador winds up, and he is blocked by the tandem of Mehring and Dano, and it's a 4-2 Irvine lead.
I'll tell you something, Irvine did not get a block at all in the first set and a half, and all of a sudden now they've come on strong. They've now got 5 blocks.
That serve is out. Mentioned the national championships. It's actually been a very successful athletics department at UC Irvine. They have won 28 total national championships since 1965, 4 of them in volleyball, in the last 2. Flying in out of the back row, putting that ball down, and another winner. It's Connor Hughes.
It's the captain, Connor Hughes, MVP of last year's NCAA championship.
Good pass by Kanetake. Jace Olsen deflected, and a chance now. And again, coming in out of the back row, that soft little touch by Hughes, and then the hard hit by Nick West.
And how about the play by Colby Kanetake? He was not going to let another back row shot go down. He sees the soft tip. He digs it up perfectly right to the spot where Joby Ramos can set Nick West. That was one great play.
Hawaii back within 1, 4 serving 5. Here's Jace Olsen. High pass, and then blocked and covered. On the net, blocked again by Joby Ramos. La Cavera, dug up by Brooks Sador. And here's Siki. And able to put it down, La Cavera. La Cavera again, excuse me, and that is off the block and down.
La Cavera, who did not start the match, instead Tamir Hershko started. And when Hershko was struggling at the net, he ended up hitting 4 kills, 4 errors, hit 0-0-0. All of a sudden, La Cavera came in and he has injected life into this anteater offense.
And the serve is out by Jeremy Dano. So Hawaii back within a point. They need to win this set to force a 5th set. After taking the first one, surrendering sets 2-3. Here's Nick West back for Hawaii. West hitting just 100 tonight. La Cavera. Dug up by Jace Olsen. Siki didn't get a great swing on it. Another chance for Hawaii. Ramos chases it down. Siki, it trails across the top of the cable and then drops on the Irvine side of that.
Siki did not get a very good approach that time. He was in to dig a ball. He scrambled to get outside. One step close, and that's all he had. But he's got such a great arm swing. He finds a way to get the ball down.
Tied up at 6. West with the serve. And a good swing out of the middle by Colin Murray, a 6'8" senior out of Los Altos, California.
He too made the All-NCAA team last year at the finals. He's hitting .458 on the year, averages over a block a set.
The serve off the top of the cable. And then the swing by Siki, just about 4 inches long. And the point for UC Irvine. They lead at 8-6. And this time, ball not so lucky. Last time he hit it, climbed over the cable. This time drops on the Irvine side. 12 service errors for UCI, 15 for Hawaii. And Joby Ramos back to serve it for the Rainbow Warriors. And that one just out. I guess our linesman never made it here tonight, huh?
I guess not. It must be really bad traffic.
At some point, you just surrender.
I'll tell you, Irene Kobayashi's done a nice job. I don't think she's missed a call yet.
Over there in her slippers, found herself a white shirt. Well, she had that anyway because she was over at the scorer's table, right?
Great serve by Stork. Stork's father, Jeff, coaches the UC Cal State Northridge women's team, and he was a 3-time Olympian.
And another service ace, just put it right inside that back line. And nobody on the Hawaii side of the net really reacted to the serve.
Daniel's playing like an Olympian right now.
11-7.
Did not start the match.
It really turned around when he came in about midway through that second set. And a good swing that time by Taylor Averill now with 8 kills. And Siki uncorks it long.
Remember how Hawaii won the first set was with their serve, and they forced all of Irvine's passes off the net. They couldn't run an offense. Now they're struggling a little bit more to have their serve be consistent.
Good dig by Joby Ramos. And the pancake dig and keep it alive for Hawaii. They're going to set it up over on the far side. Blocked by Hawaii, but blocked out. And another point for UC Irvine, and they lead at 13-8. Hawaii needs to get this side out. Biggest lead of this third set for the Anteaters. Back set to Sador. Popped up by Connor Hughes. And here's Zach Lacavera hitting out, and Hawaii gets the side out. And it's 9-13.
Well, it was so tempting for Charlie Wade to call a timeout there, not let the Anteaters get too far ahead at 13-8, maybe go to 14-8, but because he knew he had a timeout coming at 15.
And another service error.
And again, now Hawaii's living by the sword in the first set and dying by the sword of the serve in the back half of the second set and all of the third.
And here's Kevorkian with a 5-point advantage. And a great hammer by Sador hits the scoreboard. It was a great dig by Connor Hughes. And the one-arm dig over there by Siki. There's Nick West, and that one is way out. And now Charlie Wade will get his media timeout. It's 15-9. We will take a break from the Stanley with the Anteaters rolling in set 4. Righty, back with a look at Central Pacific Banks, how it works. Take it away.
We're going to get a good chance to look at Joby Ramos and how he sets against the flow. He's running across the court toward the front left, and Irvine starts moving that way as well. He back sets it to Sador, who rips it down the line. That's called going against the flow. He's running one way, sets it the other. Irvine middle blocker couldn't get there, and that's how it works when you go against the flow.
And there's Bricksador with another great set that hits it wide again. And it's 16-9 now, UCI. Sador leads the team with 12 kills, but now hitting only 12 on the night. Hawaii hitting 0-62 in this fourth set compared to 308 for the Anteaters. And that serve is out. Point Hawaii.
It looked like it may be in the hands of Jennings Franciskovic the rest of this fourth set. And the freshman's got to lead the way.
Sador with a boomer. Connor Hughes with a good pass. And La Cavera goes cross court, puts it in, and gets another kill.
And give credit to Connor Hughes. He got it all started because Sador put up a really good serve, and Connor Hughes popped it up so that Irvine could run an offense, get it back to La Cavera, who's been hot.
He's now in double figures with 10 kills. There's Nick West blocked at the net. And another point for Irvine. And UCI is starting to run away with it. And Charlie Wade's going to call a timeout at 18-10. So we'll take another break here from the Stan Sheriff Center. All right, back now with a look at our Fujitsu air conditioning cool play of the match.
Irvine's gotten away with a lot of tip shots, but Colby Kanataki says, not now. I learned from all our mistakes. We're going to make sure we get this one. That was a cool play because Colby learned a lot.
Another good serve and another service ace by Zach Lacavera, who came in here leading the team with 21 aces.
This has been a tale of two teams, hasn't it? Irvine, Hawaii playing really, really well in the first set. Irvine not as well. And then the rest of the night, Irvine has just been flexing their muscles, showing that they are the defending national champions. And they don't want to leave any doubt that they're going to get into the playoffs.
And Dano winning that battle at the net. Hawaii actually played fantastic, not only in the first set, but for the bulk of the second set when they led it 20-16, but then it all kind of slipped away and unraveled from there. And another just booming kill by Jeremy Dano. And Dano, who came in here hitting, averaging better than 3 kills per set, and Charlie Wade calls a second and final timeout, and it's 21-10.
Yeah, this is a tough situation to go into a huddle when your team's down 11 in the fourth. Here's some of their aces. Irvine on the night has 6 service aces to Hawaii's 1. I knew Irvine was a good serving team, but I didn't know they were that good. I thought Hawaii would be the superior of the two teams in regards to aces. But Irvine certainly has more than held their own. Stork, nice little jump floater. He's got 2 aces on his jump float. So this Irvine team has been precise in their location of their serves. They don't make many mistakes. And they're playing some pretty terrific defense as well. They're out digging Hawaii 42 to 31.
Yeah.
That's pretty significant, giving their team 11 more chances to run in transition or get another attack on the ball.
You mentioned earlier, this is the first of 4 straight matches on the road, and then they go home, and then they go to BYU. So a lot of away games in the near future, but in the near distant past, they've had it pretty cushy. They only played 1 match last week. They beat UC Santa Barbara in 4 sets, and then they get tomorrow off, and then come back here Sunday afternoon against Hawaii.
And they're hitting negative here in this set, which means they've got more errors than kills. It's been a long time since we've seen that out of this Hawaii offense, which has been among the best in the country. Hitting near that 300 mark most of the time. They don't even tease the 0-0-0 mark.
La Cavera this time out of the timeout, slams one into the net, side out. And Hawaii's got a whole lot of ground to cover here, down by 10. 11 serving 21, Chase Olsen back for Hawaii. Down to Stork, chases it down, and Lacavera delivers the winner.
Boy, credit Stork and Lacavera on that one. Stork scrambled to put up a nice little bump set. Lacavera leaping from behind that 3-meter line and drilling it down the line. That was one cool play.
And here's Jeremy Dano now, back to serve. He knocks the door on his backside, and Jace Olsen hits it into the net. And it's 23-11. And the air has kind of completely come out of the sails here tonight.
It was a pretty good jump serve by Dano. Who said knocked Sador over and put him back so he couldn't get up and attack. Now he'll attack this time.
Instead it's Olsen. Saved over there by Lacavera on a ball that might have been out. Kanetake, nice pass, back set Sador, and another good dig over there by Brinkley. Franciscovich, back set Sador off the block and out, and Hawaii gets the point.
Well, that was a little more Hawaii-like in transition, moving the ball around from left to right, getting some good attack swings out of the back row for Sador. Sador on the night, 13 kills, hitting only .230 though.
Nick West now on serve for Hawaii. Quick set over the middle, dug up back there by Brooke Sador. Here's the set to Siki off the hands, and then able to fly in there and cover that. There's Lacavera, point Hawaii. It's 13, serving 23.
Again, Siki, no approach. All he can do is do a little, what they call a step close, and then use his great arm swing to get some velocity on the ball. And down 10, the best Hawaii can hope for is either an unbelievable comeback or at least finish the night in a strong, positive manner by running some good offense, getting some good digs, passing the ball well, serving well. Now they're hitting 0-0-0 here in the fourth set. It's very uncharacteristic.
Lacavera again. He's just on fire now. That's kill number 12 for him.
Well, he has been Mr. Super Sub for this team. 12 kills, hitting .391 from behind that 3-meter line.
And they're now hitting 400 in this set, as you said, to 0 for Hawaii. And this is match point. Another big serve. And Siki gets the kill off the hands. And Hawaii certainly not about to just hand over 25th point. Going to make the Anteaters earn it. Back to serve it will be Jennings Franciscovich. Overpass. And a funny play. Knocked out by Jace Olsen. And that's it. That's how this one ends. And Colby Kanetake kind of looking at the up ref to say, wait a minute, something there just seemed like it was weird. But at 25-14, probably not worth really arguing that one. And at this point, the match, it's game, set, match.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was going over the net. It looked like the center, Stork might have brought the ball back over to his own side, but we'll take a look and see. Yeah, there it is, and it looks like he might have brought the ball back over, but if any part of the ball is still on his side of the net, it's a free ball. Either team can attack it, so give Stork the credit for making a nice play.
Kind of interesting, you had thought, I know, when you were talking about Hawaii after that great double set win or double match win over UCLA, you thought if there was going to be a letdown, it might have been in the first set for Hawaii, and as it turned out, it was quite the opposite.
Yeah, it was. Played really well in that first set, came out firing, and it was interesting to see that as they tailed off a little bit at the end of that second set, and Irvine started turning on their afterburners, it turned into a different match.
And so for Taylor Averill and Nick West, who spent a little time over there and played some ball with some of those guys that are wearing the blue uniforms tonight, some handshakes and some hugs. Friendships will always be friendships. When the whistle blows, though, They're certainly arch enemies. And as you were saying about Irvine, how their coach and their players appreciate coming here, the Anteater players actually all put their hands above their head to give an applause to the crowd because they know that this is a special place to play volleyball. And right now, let's go on over to our Scotty Robs, who's standing by with head coach Charlie Wade.
Thanks a lot, Dash. Charlie, I know you're disappointed. You probably look back at that second set and kind of let that one get away from you guys.
Oh, for sure. You know, we're rolling along there. Won the first, and Siki had that great turn to start off the second set. You know, and it just kind of got a little indecisive. You know, Joby never really kind of got any rhythm. Even the first set was weird. We only had 27 attack attempts. We're usually around 40, you know. So, and then once it got away, and Irvine's a good team. They're two-time defending national champions. They kind of gave us a dose of our own medicine. A lot of service pressure, siding out very efficiently. So we got some work to do. We'll be back out here Sunday and see if we can get a win.
It seemed like their offense started to get going when they made a change at center and brought in Stork.
Well, he's played great. I couldn't figure out why he didn't start. And Lacavera, he was good. That's the lineup that's been winning for them. They'd won 5 out of 6 coming in, and then they switched back to the lineup that they'd had for a while. So it absolutely got going when they bought it. Not only Stark, but Zach Lacavera did a nice job for him as well.
I heard Dash talking to the broadcast about the start time on Sunday that they had asked or requested to move up the start time. What's the status of that?
No change. 5 o'clock.
All right, 5 o'clock Sunday. Thanks, Coach. We'll see you.
All right, man. Thanks.
Back to you guys, Dash.
All right, Scotty, thank you very much. Our thanks to Charlie for taking some time to drop on by as we take a look at our Bank of Hawaii players of the match. Scott Vorkian has 12 kills and his .580 hitting percentage. And then Jay Solson. He was red hot early, and it's good to see Jay Solson kind of get things going. We've seen Brooks Sador do so many good things of late, but Jay Solson really getting into the swing of things, and he's going to be a critical component, Chris, as this season progresses and Hawaii looks to make its mark. They need more than Brooks Sador in just the middles.
Absolutely, and you know, you got to give credit to Irvine. They did a lot of nice things tonight. You know, their libero, Michael Brinkley, 17 digs on it. That's almost that's over 4 per set. So you got to give credit where credit is due, and Hawaii, I think, will. You know, they're known to be a great second night team. That's kind of been their history in Charlie Wade's tenure. I wouldn't be surprised if they came out and played really well on Sunday. Watched a lot of film and cleaned up a lot of things that they, mistakes that they made and fix it for Sunday.
Well, in the meantime, it's going to be another busy night for Rich Sheriff and his crew. They got to tear down the net. They got to set up for basketball tomorrow night. It's senior night for the men. And then come on out here and watch the Rainbow Warriors Sunday, 5 o'clock against UC Irvine. Chris, thank you very much to our entire crew here at OC Sports. Thank you guys and ladies for being fantastic as always. Stick around, much more to come. The post-game show coming up next from the Stan Sheriff Center.